Thank you. Our next speaker is Sujesh, and I'm putting on my sunglasses because there's a very bright light there. He's a good friend, and he's the recent winner of our humor speech contest. He's a great guy, a talented cook, baker, programmer, cat lover, good friend. Let's welcome Sujesh to speak on To Teachers with Love. To Teachers with Love. This is his speech number 6, which is vocal variety, I believe. All right. Let's welcome Sujesh Sundaram.
What do you mean you don't know? You were supposed to have studied that chapter yesterday. By now, you ought to know the capital of Argentina. My 7th grade geography teacher was in the class. Her voice blaring across the classroom. She was looking at me. She knew my mind was blank, just like my notebook in front of me. With trembling hands, I wrote down the imposition, and that was to write this sentence 1,000 times. The capital of Argentina is Buenos Aires. On that day, the name Buenos Aires was tattooed on my brain permanently. Madam Toastmaster, fellow members and guests, September 5th is celebrated as Teachers' Day in India since 1962 in honor of one of India's finest teachers and philosophers, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, who went on to serve as the Vice President and the President of India. I thought I would take this opportunity to list some of the greatest teachers I've had from kindergarten to 7th grade. Unfortunately, my presentation is not working. I have their names on here. I had fantastic teachers even after my 7th grade, but these teachers really taught me, helped me, encouraged, inspired, and influenced me to a great extent. They say parents are the first teachers. Apart from my parents, my teachers taught me a great deal to shape my future. I was very fortunate to be going to a reputed Christian school that had the best of teachers. I was a very shy kid when I started. My parents thought, in this school, I'll be in safe hands and well taken care of, and they were right. My school had high standards for everything. It was the teacher's responsibility to make sure that the students met these standards, even if it meant making our lives a horrendous nightmare. Learning was the order of the day, any given day. The teachers cleverly combined homework and classwork to make sure we were in touch with our lessons all year round, even if we had summer holidays or Christmas holidays. We hated our teachers because we had very little time for television and other things that we really enjoyed. And if you're behind in your academics, there were severe consequences. My teachers were very ruthless when it came to punishments. From writing impositions to kneeling outside the class with hands raised and even caning. You couldn't complain to anyone because these punishments were authorized by our headmistress. They used to cane us left and right. The teachers preferred to cane us on our butts, thinking that's the fleshiest part with some kind of built-in shock absorbers. By the time we finished our 7th grade, our butts were flat like an ironing board. But our teachers always helped us in areas that needed improvement. I had a terrible handwriting till I reached 2nd grade. My class teacher, Mrs. Dixon, called it chicken scratch. Her constant remark in my report card that year was, "A good student, but handwriting must improve." She forced me to attend the after-hours special classes she was conducting on cursive writing. I attended those classes, and that handwriting stuck with me. I wrote a little thank you note for her on the slide in my handwriting. You can visualize it. I reached 6th grade. My class teacher, Miss Celine Joseph, signed me up for the middle school speech contest. The very thought of speaking in front of 500 people made me shiver in my boots. That evening I went to the staff room. I approached her with tears in my eyes. I told her, "I can't do this." She convinced me. She told me, "It's easy, I will help you." So we sat together, and based on my interests, she helped me pick a topic. The topic was recent cinemas have a bad effect on the younger generation. And she gave me some fantastic tips on how to speak. And I won the 3rd place, and there were about 40 odd contestants. I did win a few contests in my 8th, 9th, and 10th grades also. It took me a few years to realize this. She saw something in me that even I was not aware of. She helped me overcome my fear and shyness. For that and several other reasons, she is my absolute favorite. In our school, we students start as a mass of clay. It's our teachers that transform us into something useful, something meaningful. They made sure we were on the main task they entrust us with is to create a better tomorrow for ourselves. They made sure we were on track for this. They helped us, they encouraged us, inspired us, and even punished us. As I said, they were very ruthless when it came to punishments. But at the end of the day, we always knew the capital of Argentina. We could easily locate the Danube River on the map. We knew in what year exactly the American Civil War ended. I would give anything to go back in time and be their student one more time. They say good teachers teach, great teachers inspire. I was very lucky to have these great teachers. To them, teaching was a mission, it wasn't a trade. Like a candle, they consumed themselves to illuminate the way for their students. For that reason alone, I salute them. Thank you, teachers. On this Teachers' Day, my wish is every child in this world should have great teachers like the ones that I had. That alone will change the world. Madam ToastMaster?
Wow. Thank you. It reminds me that my favorite teacher, Sister Dorothy McLaughlin, died a few months ago at the age of 98. She was my 8th grade English teacher, and she taught me how to diagram a sentence. Let's take a minute to give some comments to Sujesh. Thank you, Judy, for timing us.